Hello everyone, my name is Archarom and welcome to CLG Cast. Today is a very special day because I have Kyuuga with me.
Hey everyone, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with you, Archarom. On the blue side, we have Crush Streams, a challenger team formed by some names that you might recognize. And on the purple side, we have Cloud9 Academy, a recently formed team with some of the best challenger players from North America. So we have a very exciting game here, and it's going to be a pleasure to watch.
So in my opinion, not my opinion, but I didn't saw any game by Cloud9 Academy, so I'm really excited to see what they can bring into the field. And also, they are playing with my favorite champion, Kalista. So for those of you who didn't saw my best of Kalista, come on, just go watch Pokemon.
You should. It's an amazing video, and I was part of it, so it's an even more amazing video. Okay, so to start things off, we have a pretty fun lane matchup, which is Zed versus Syndra. So it's basically a skill matchup in the mid lane. It depends a lot on who lands the most skill shots. Obviously Zed has a Shuriken and Syndra has a Dark Sphere, so both of those need to be landed if you want to win the matchup. On the bot lane, as you mentioned, we have a Kalista, which is probably one of the first times where I see Kalista in high elo games. Obviously, she has been played in OGN, not with much success, but she was played. And on the top lane, finally, we have Aatrox against Kassadin.
So I haven't seen Aatrox for a long time, so I'm also really hyped on that one. We do have a little late invade, well, not late. They are just going to put a ward on the enemy jungle. Just look at the ward coverage by the blue side, by the Dream side. I'm going to call this team Dream, by the way. So we do have a ward near the red buff. We also have a ward on the blue buff, so wherever Lee Sin is going to start, they will get the side of that, so they can counter jungle and counter play Lee Sin, which is really important against Lee Sin in the early levels.
Yeah, definitely. And we saw Pantheon exitating. He was going to start on blue buff, but then he decided to start on the Grump. We do have a ward by Lee Sin on the enemy wolves, so that's very important. Also, Lee Sin started on the red buff with no leash, so that means that he's probably going to try an early invade, and we already see C9 Hard going down the river, and he's probably trying to catch Pantheon on the raids. On the wolves, actually.
Yeah, Pantheon is still on the blue buff. He's having a little bit of a trouble in there. If he decides to go for the wolves, he may be in trouble, as Lee Sin is just waiting to find his spray, and the ward ends at the same time. Oh my god.
He does not see Pantheon there, but he's going to see him going through, and here we are.
And we are talking about Lee Sin, so either way, he wouldn't see him. So
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, he is the blind monk for a reason. Okay, so this early cheese strategy failed, but Lee Sin knows exactly where Pantheon is, and now he's going to try level 2 gank, but too late. Aatrox was already back down, and he was warding. Unfortunately, he failed, and he gets punished now by Lee Sin. But the cheese strategy did fail, so right now, Thinkard is ahead of C9 Hard, and in the Pantheon versus Lee matchup, this is very important, because Pantheon can dominate Lee Sin if he's ahead, and right now he has the XP advantage. We'll see what he does with that.
So on the bot lane we do have try of engage by Thresh. He's not able to connect that death sentence. It would be a perfect death sentence since Janna was so close to the turret, so they can play this carefully. Meanwhile, Kalista is trying to get that rendered stacks on the enemy champions, but she's not doing a pretty good job. Still, she's keeping up with the farm against Graves, which is not easy. He has a lot of burst capability in the early, mid, and late game. Let's be honest, we also saw Captain Jack talking about that one. And there we go, Death Sentence again failing. But Jenny is going to get flailed back, and look at that damage. The exhaust is instant to try and deny that one. And meanwhile, Pantheon is still in the blue buff.
Definitely, Pantheon just 3-buffed Lee Sin on the early game without any help at all. So that's a bold move by Art. He tried to do a level cheese gank at level 2. It failed, and now he gets 3-buffed, he has no blue buff. Meanwhile, Pantheon is almost level 4, he's looking for a gank on the bot lane, and seeing as C9's bot lane has been very aggressive, it might work out, but right now, Ard needs to catch up to Pantheon. It just got level 3.
saw Ping So Cloud9 are aware that Pantheon may be around those bushes. They are playing really careful on the bot lane. They do know that they can overextend meanwhile on the top
and
lane.
look at this, Thresh
may be in trouble. And on the bot lane, Thresh may be in trouble. Is going to get stunned by Pantheon. The spear is there. The Zephyr is well by. Oh, this flash!
Oh, no,
but the heal is going to deny. And the death sentence may get him. And this is the first blood for Kalista. Really well played by Thresh. Hanging on to that flash and holding the trigger at the right time. And then pulling it off and grabbing him by the balls.
Okay, lack of communication right here by Dreams, because they knew that Kalista had her heal up, and Pantheon got baited by it, and then Thresh did a beautiful play hooking into the tower, and Kalista gets the first blood. Not only that, but she gets the double buff as well. Midnight Hard, which was behind in the jungle, gets to counter jungle Pantheon a bit. So things even out between the junglers, and this move by Thinkard just put him below Lee Sin, and right now we have action on the mid lane.
In the mid lane, the Ignite is being popped. Lee Sin is going to try and safeguard Sonic Wave. He's not able to connect that one, but at least he's going to scare Easy away. And I do think that tactic by Lee Sin, trying to go for the counter jungle and giving the blue buff to Pantheon, was really a tactic. He wanted to give double buff to the AD carry. I don't know. I'm just messing.
Definitely, that might have been a tactic, or
mind
not.
games.
Yeah, definitely some mind games. But we do have a pink ward by Baby Zeus already in the defensive jungle, so he's trying to deny vision from the opponents. Great warding by Baby Zeus, guiding those two wards on the right side of the river, so Syndra gets a little bit more safe. Syndra wasted her ignite, but she didn't waste her flash, so she still has that summoner spell to escape some Lee Sin ganks. Yusui on Zed did not waste anything, so when they both reach level 6, Zed has an ignite over Syndra, and that may make the difference.
In the bot lane, I was trying to see if Kalista was going to engage. He had a stack on a minion. Usually players that play with Kalista usually do this. You stack a stack on the champion when you know there's a minion that you can kill with the E. So you attack the enemy champion, then you get a stack on the minion and pop up the E, getting the instant reset and then using it again. So you're not going to use it to finish the enemy off, just use it as a poke capability, since you can use the auto attack on the champion as we just saw and getting away from him before he can land an auto attack against you.
Okay, so right now we see Kassadin with more minions than Aatrox. This is really bad for Dreams because Aatrox is basically a counter in lane to Kassadin. Kassadin's main function is being an anti-mage. He has his Q to prevent magic damage, he has his passive which prevents magic damage as well, so he's basically an anti-mage. And Aatrox has no magic skills besides his E. So Aatrox should be winning the lane against Kassadin at least early game, and he's not, he's behind in minions, and Kassadin even has a larger wave. So right now, this Kassadin is getting a stable lane, he's probably going to get big, and this is a problem for Dreams, because Kassadin outscales Aatrox.
Just look at the discrepancy in terms of farm between Pantheon and Lee Sin. We're talking about 10 CS in the jungle at the 8-minute mark. That's a lot, to be honest. They are both going for Stalker's Blade, so they can gank more properly. I do love that on Lee Sin, since you can just go and use the smite on the enemy champion, getting the slow and pulling the insect more easier than it should be.
Yeah, definitely. That helps a lot with Lee Sin's ganks. Right now, we may see a dive on the top lane. Aatrox is full. Not right now because he suffered a bad trade, but he has his passive. Pantheon is here, and we may see a dive on Kassadin.
And there we go, the knockup is there, but Lee Sin is going to approach that one. I was looking at the bot lane by some reason. The direct camera is going to
this
pull
may
me
be
back
bad.
on the top lane. Lee Sin is going to try and do something while Pantheon is taking the turret shots. And look at him, he's so low. Hard can go in, Solo can do it as well.
Oh no,
Candy's just dishing out some damage. He's going to be forced to use his grip block. The kick in the face is going to connect. And there he goes, Scatter the Weak will disengage this one, but beautiful kick. Come on, not even Chuck Norris can pull one off.
Well, that was a beautiful kick. Hard faced Sonic Wave 2 times there, but he managed to pull that off with a kick, and now Yusui gets the kill on Aatrox. That pusher was warded, and the flash shuriken by Yusui grants the kill on Aatrox. But once again, we have to mention that beautiful kick by Hard. As I said, he missed the Sonic Wave twice, but he made up for it with the kick, and he got the kill on Pantheon. And right now, Yusui with a kill on Aatrox as well, may try to snowball this lane. Do remember that he has Ignite, and there we go.
Oh, the juke against Syndra is not enough to at least pop up the kill, but at least he's going to dodge that Scatter the Weak. And he's aware that Unleash the Power is available alongside with the Ignite, so you can't afford to get hit by that Scatter Weak. You may go down from 100 to 0, so you need to be really careful to play against that Syndra, even though he just built an X-Drinker out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, X-Drinker helps a lot, Zed, in the Syndra versus Zed matchup, but we do have to remember that both mid laners flashed on the top lane. I don't think that C9 saw Syndra flashing because she used Flash to get there quickly and try to kill Lee Sin, but Dreams did saw Zed flashing, so they know that's down, and both junglers may try to snowball mid lane. Meanwhile, we have action on bot. Kalista's level 6. Actually 7, and she has the ultimate with Crash, and here we go.
There we go, he's going to throw the Pokemon, at least getting the knock-up against Jaina. The slow is there, but the flash is enough to get Jaina into safety, so they will breed this one. They didn't waste any Summoner's Flash, however, and that ultimate, the Fate's Call on Kalista, is such based on the low cooldown, so you can't just keep throwing Thresh as you may want to, so there's not a big problem right there.
Yeah, that was a definitely successful gank. They managed to waste Jaina's flash. What is it, Archarom? Tell me.
I need to talk about this one. Kalista is making my favorite item on Kalista. She's going for the Hurricanes. This is amazing. You can actually proc that Hurricanes on everyone on the team fight, as long as your team can tank for a little while. So if your team is able to tank for at least 5 seconds, you will be able to get so many stacks on the enemy team that you will at least get one reset and then keep on attacking and keep on getting more spears on your enemy back. So I love that item. I do believe she's going for the Hurricanes and then going for a massive damage like Last Whisper or even Infinity Edge or Bloodthirster.
Actually, yeah, that's you explained it exactly how it works. We may see a gank here on top lane though, let's save my words.
Dark Flight is going to be dodged by that flash, and while Lee will try to push into something. The man drop will clear every single minion. Smite against Harden, the Sonic Wave fails. No. The Keep will try to disengage this one, and they are on the run, but Lee Sin was slowed. Syndra is approaching the top lane, and maybe Kenny can do something. There we go, Dark Flight slowed down, safeguard, fail flash! No, and now, what can he do below the turret? So Syndra will approach this one. Fail the Scatter the Weak, but Kenny will get slowed down by Solo, and meanwhile Easy will take the kill against Lee Sin.
Okay, so basically we have a lot of mistakes right here. We saw Lee Sin missing the Sonic Wave, he was caught in a bad position. They both hesitated, should I go, should I not go, but then they saw the man drop, they aborted the vision, but then they just got caught out, and unfortunately Art dies there. Easy kill for Syndra, outroaming Zed, but meanwhile Yusui has been hitting the B turret, and that's almost halfway down.
But still, Syndra is ahead in terms of CS by 20. Even though he stayed in line and tried to get an advantage, he's still behind by 20. He did build that Bilgewater Cutlass, so now he's going for that damage capability. He may go for the Brutalizer as well, but in terms of advantage, he's so behind against the Syndra, who has been roaming a lot.
Yeah, but now Zed gets the power spike. Right now, when Zed gets level 11, actually, he can one-shot Syndra.
We can talk about this one. There's the engage. The Pokemon is being thrown, but the teleport as well. We have 3 members against 3 as well when Aatrox is finished with that TP. And there we go. Sol is going to take the first kill because Kassadin joined the party. Revs is going down as well. And Cloud9 taking the advantage on the bot lane. Kassadin was so fast teleporting and assisting his own team.
Yeah, basically it was teleport for teleport. We might see a Drake here. Cloud9 I think should go for it, but Dreams have knowledge that they may go there, so it's a risky move. They decide not to go. As I was saying, that Kalista build was popularized by Sneaky, a Cloud9 player, which is actually funny because we're seeing Cloud9 build it as well. So basically, that Kalista build, as you said, gives a lot of AoE damage in team fights. And alongside with Kassadin and Lee Sin, Cloud9 right now have a huge power spike, especially when Zed gets level 11, because he can basically one-shot Syndra with that Bilgewater Cutlass. And we may see this mid tower go down right now.
Oh, I may see Jaina in trouble. The left center is going to drag her around like a dog, and now Jaina may be in trouble. Just look at that Kalista just juking around, getting the spears and popping up the Rand. And there we go, Sonic Wave connecting with the blue buff. This will stop them. And there we go, Death Mark against them. The stun is enough to Scatter Weak as well. There's not enough power for the kill, but look at this, out of nowhere.
Okay, Aatrox is coming. Syndra still has her ultimate, so we may see a fight here, but Aatrox decides to back off. Kassadin is here as well. Okay, so basically on the bot lane, Jaina was caught out. She basically tried to ward, and she didn't do it at the most appropriate time, and she got caught out by a trash hook. So that's unfortunate for Dreams. And right now we have C9 with a 6 kill advantage, but only, I say only because it's not much for a 6 kill advantage. 3k goal ahead, and we may see action on top lane. Hard is waiting.
On the bot lane, we do have the engage. A Thresh is going to go down against Keith. That was a really good play by Cloud9, but they didn't expect Janet to be so quick to return to the lane, so they lost that advantage. And on the top lane, we do see Aatrox not seeing the guy that doesn't see Lee seen, and now the engage.
See Lee?
Aatrox is going to jump and try to run away. He's going to pop up his own ultimate. The Sonic Wave is going to be dodged by the Flash, and there we go. At least 2 summoner spells wasted on the top lane.
Okay, so basically it was flash for flash. Obviously that's better for C9 because he's the jungler against the top laner. But Hard has been putting a lot of pressure on this top lane. He's trying to get Kassadin going. Kassadin fell behind on minions, and so did almost everyone because Syndra's ahead, Aatrox is ahead, even Graves is kind of ahead. So Crush Streams right now has more minions, but they're still behind in gold. So basically C9, the next Drake fight, which will be the first probably, will be in their favor if they play out their cards well. We'll see how this Drake fight impacts the rest of the game, and it should be coming out soon.
Interesting, we do see Zed going for that Blood of the Wind King instead of going for the Brutalizer and Bilgewater Cutlass. So he's prioritizing that sheer steal in terms of HP, and now he may be in trouble. That ward is going to save his life. Remember guys, wards can save lives and games.
Yeah, definitely. Wards save you, so try to buy them as much as you can. So right now we see both teams having a very good vision control over Drake. However, there are no pink wards by C9 near the Drake area, whereas we see that Dreams has a pink ward in the right side of the river bush, so that helps them with denying vision. Meanwhile, top lane tower goes down, Aatrox keeps pressuring Kassadin, and even though Kassadin has Roll of Ages already, Aatrox is still very strong 1v1. We see the Zed going for the Blade of the Ruin King. He probably wants to split push a bit more, but he still has that Aatrox, which can duel him, especially because Aatrox chose to go for the Blade of the Ruin King. And right now we might see Yusui roaming down, but he's spotted by Ward.
So Kalista now has that Hurricane, so she will be able to wave clear really fast. And the Cloud9 could try and make some pressure on the bot lane in order to give advantage to Kalista. So she could go for the Infinity Edge or Last Whisper or even BT much faster. So she could duel at least with Graves. However, I do see Lee Sin waiting in the bushes.
Pantheon might try to man drop here. Yeah, right now we're probably going to see a 3-4-3 fight because Pantheon is looking to man drop. Art is there predicting the gank. We might see a 3 versus 3, and right now I would give the advantage to C9, but we'll see. Drake has been started.
So Lee Sin is going to start that Drake for Cloud9. Meanwhile, Thresh is in the tri-bush, maybe to delay, and there we go, the lantern in the left side is the box as well. Kalista will try to assist him, and she's trying to pop up the Hurricane stacks, and the man drop is there. They are going to corner Kalista, she may be in trouble, the box shot, and the counter damage is going to be flashed away. Talking about flashes, Thresh will flash away as well, and only Aatrox is going to teleport since Kassadin will cancel his own TP, knowing that they got the objective. They won't fight this anymore.
Okay, so that was a really good fight by Dreams. They actually managed to re-engage again, and look at Zed, he might be in trouble.
Yeah, that Eye of the Storm giving so much damage on towards Aatrox, and Zed is going to be forced to flash away. The Death Mark is going to try and juke him. Unleash the power, is enough power to get the first kill, but Izzy is in trouble as the Exhaust is going to stop this Kassadin.
He might try to catch him.
And there we go, Lee Sin will try to connect the Sonic Wave. Will we be able? No, but Kassadin is going to seal the deal with a nail on the coffin against Syndra, and at least Janna and Aatrox will survive this one. Maybe they went up just a little bit over the head.
Yeah, well, that was a silly chase by Dreams. They managed to get the kill on Zed, but they paid for it with their lives as well. So they wasted more summoners. In the end, they got the kill on Zed, but it wasn't really worth. Meanwhile, C9 got the Drake. They managed to disengage in the bot lane, no one died, and then it was a 1-for-1. So overall, on the end of this 2-minute long fight, C9 comes out ahead barely, and they also get the bot turret.
There we go, Infinity Edge now completed on Graves, and he's going for the Static Shift. And meanwhile, Kalista already finished the Hurricane, and she's going for the BT. So as I was saying, once you get that attack speed, you can go for the sheer damage, and the stacks are going to deal so much damage.
Okay, so Kalista is approximately 1k ahead of Graves. That's like an entire pickaxe plus a few pots. So right now, Kalista has a bigger power spike than Graves, she's stronger, and look at this, the pick may occur.
They know the timer on that blue buff, so they are trying to pick up someone. Talking about pickup, we have seen they're bringing the blue buff into safety and throwing him around. Meanwhile, Zed will try to use the death mark against Graves, but Jana is right there, and the lantern will give enough light for that Zed to survive. And there we go. He didn't even pop the Blade of the Ruin King nor the Ignite, so he was just trying to delay enough time so his own team could get the blue buff, but the blue team got the blue buff this time.
Okay, something that I have to mention is that Art hasn't been on point with his Sonic Waves. He has not been hitting those skill shots. He has missed quite a few of them, and that's very important, especially as the game goes on, because Lee Sin relies on his Sonic Wave to do damage. He relies on that skill to do to set up plays as well. So if he misses a skill shot in an important team fight, that may cost C9 the team fight. But we'll see how Art plays it out. And look at this action in the mid lane again.
And the disengage is perfect. The Sonic Wave now connects, but still he doesn't want to go for that one. When he's able to connect the Sonic Wave, he won't be able to follow it up. And
okay, here comes a 4-man roaming top, and ICanEU might be in trouble.
He may be in trouble. Let's look at this. Kassadin is just delaying time. He's going to try and bait this one. He's able to just get away, but the knockup is right there, and the kick as well. And there we go. He may go down, and he didn't even have the passive, so he's overextending
Meanwhile,
himself.
4 members pushing mid from Dreams.
And we also have Zed on the bot lane pushing the turret, so they may try to get the mid turret, but they will lose the second turret on the bot lane.
Oh no, this is really bad for Dreams if they do not get that mid turret, but it seems they will. Yeah, they will definitely. Oh, here comes Engage.
Oh, the disengage and the death set is not connected, but the man drop will stay right here. There we go, smashed on the ground. Smite on Kalista. She's going to try and kite this around. Just look at her go down with the collateral damage by Graves.
Okay, that was a bit of overextending by Cloud9. That engage was a good idea, but they missed the Pokemon launch. They missed Sonic Wave, so they should have backed off. In the end, great stun by Sidra. Great man drop by Thinkheart, another mid lane turret for Dreams, and we see Zed here behind Dreams, and Yusui might try to do something. He still has the ultimate. He was split pushing, but it seems like he's alone, so he will not do anything.
Yeah, if one of them did a wrong step, 4 men would fall on his face and he would be dead.
Yeah, that was not the best place for him to be in. Especially as a Zed, you want to catch people off guard, and not when they know that you will ultimate them. Because Zed is an assassin, you need to catch people without knowing that they're being caught, which sounds kind of silly, but it's actually like that. As Zed, you want to be unseen. The unseen blade is the deadliest. But yeah, basically Yusui needs to split push right now. He has that Blade of the Ruin King, he almost has the Ghost Blade, so he's a major threat to be reckoned with. Aatrox, on the other side, he kind of fell off, he doesn't have as much damage as he used to, so he's kind of falling off, and Zed is right now picking more items than him. So we might see this Zed split pushing, and the next Drake is coming up in 40 seconds.
I was trying to look onto that build. He may go for the Warmogs. I'm talking about Aatrox.
Oh no,
which is so weird. Oh, is Sin going down?
Whoa.
Damn the damage.
Whoa, that was like 2 crits in a row by Graves. And Graves with an Infinity Edge and Static Shift gets really powerful. Hard underestimated the power of Keith McGriff right there. He got caught out, and this may mean that the Drake goes over to Dreams.
And not only that, Janna has her first stack on Magi's.
Yeah, she's gone for that. Bold move, but it might pay off.
Magi's is probably the best item in League of Legends. I just called it.
Okay, here comes the man drop again.
So the man drop is going dead, and oh,
The
that
land.
combo was beautiful. You just throw Thresh like you throw your ex-girlfriend, and then you can pick up the lantern. There we go, Aatrox has been caught by the chain, by the dog chain. He's going for his passive, and now the box will give them enough time with the flash stun deny, and they are going down. And look at the Graves, 1 crit, 2 shots, 1st shot. The Zephyr will not do anything, and the death sentence doesn't connect. So Dreams can't follow this up, and Kassadin will try to do something.
Okay, this is why Graves is so strong in the meta right now. with 2 items, you saw the damage output of that Graves. It's just insane. If he crits with a quick draw and the bucket shot, it just does a lot of burst damage. Meanwhile, Cloud9 realized that 3 enemies were on top, and they just went for the Drake. Great call by them, but they really need to be careful with these Graves right now. He's really strong. Meanwhile, Kalista needs a few more items to start scaling up and do that insane damage in team fights, but that Graves is the key to win the mid game, especially with Syndra. We might see Dreams going for some picks right here.
I was looking at the Eye of the Storm alongside with that Magi, and we are talking about 60 AD bonus if she's going to use that on Graves, which I believe she's going to give.
Yeah, probably
so,
Archarom.
That's really tough to deal with. If you have a Graves already fed by himself with a lot of damage and an extra 60 AD, come on, that's even worse than a free BF.
Yeah, that's a lot of AD for Graves, and Graves scales really well with AD. All of these spells, except the smoke screen, scale off AD, so that's a really nice pickup for him, especially with Ajana. And we might see again the roaming squad by Cloud9, Trash, Kalista and Lee Sin trying to make some plays. And the Stixie is caught out.
And there we go, they are going for Thresh, and he's going to be picked up and thrown onto the other side, but Panty already knew that. So this is going to flash, the flail is not enough and he's going down, and Keith will get another free kill, and just look at it. Crash are just waiting and trying to catch on one more, and there we go, Kalista for the double kill. This scene will just safeguard into the minion, and well, they are crushed.
Okay, so they hesitated there. They thought that they could kick 4 people into the same way and maybe try to have Kalista do some AoE damage and pop them out, but they didn't know if they could do it, so they were like, should we go, should we not go? And they in the end did not go, and they paid for it with their lives. So right now Cloud9 are having the correct ideas, they are just not communicating enough to make them do it well. Meanwhile, we have Yusui, as always, split pushing, getting another turret for his team, and this is really important because Cloud9 already has 5 turrets against 3 from Dreams.
So they at least got the turret, which is nice. So they got that going for them, which is lovable. By the way, I was trying to talk to you about something. League of Legends is all about those milliseconds.
Yep.
And you are a player, well, a pro player in Portugal, so I'd like to know your opinion on that matter.
Okay, so basically, okay, we see action on the mid lane again. Yeah.
Is dead. Even though he's going to try and stun, I don't believe this. He exhausted a lot of damage.
TP coming in.
He's going to survive,
okay,
but Yusi is going to pull the trigger on that one. There's his head as well. This is a shutdown, and out of the blue, Cloud9 can just go in and destroy and crash from Dreams.
And that's the power of having 2 assassins in the same team comp. You might think that the fight is lost, and then out of nowhere, Kassadin and Zed come out, they assassinate 2 targets instantly, and that's the power of Kassadin and Zed together in the same team comp. They can just do this, they come out from nowhere, they think that the fight is lost, they pop 2 people, and Carry Yusui might be caught here, but Lantern keeps him safe. Great play by Cloud9, granting 2 kills and a shutdown on Kassadin, which is 4-0-2. And this Kassadin is getting really big. He already has the Archangels. Once he has his Zonias, he's going to be very tanky.
So that just brings another issue. If you are going to be forced to fight that Kassadin and that Zed on the first, in the middle of the team fight, you are going to give enough time so Kalista can just stack those render and just popping it up. So if you are going to be forced to assassinate the assassins, the AD carry will just destroy your entire team simply because he has a Hurricane.
Okay, so that's the good part about having this triple threat team composition that Cloud9 has. If they get ahead, it's really hard to stop them because, as you said, if they try to focus Kassadin, if they try to focus Zed, there are other threats to be reckoned with, and that will do a lot of damage. Just imagine that Syndra pops ulti on Zed. Okay, maybe she got Zed, but meanwhile, Kassadin is destroying their whole team. That's the good thing about having a triple threat composition. The bad thing is that if they get caught in an AoE position, if they get burst down by Graves, and if Kassadin and Zed both die, there's no front line, there's no one to tank, there's no one to peel, so they basically lose the team fight automatically there. So Cloud9 will have to be really careful with the team fights. They have to come from behind, they have to come from surprise, and right now it's always being caught.
Castellini is forced to use the Zonias, and that's a beautiful anthem in the flash as well. Meanwhile, Lee Sin is going to bring Aatrox out of the fight, while the Scrying Orb is just going to reveal that all of them... Yeah, he's going to push that turret, and that inhibitor turret may be in trouble. It's going down really fast. He popped that Yoma's Ghost Blade, so he's going to at least take the turret, and he's going for the inhibitor. There we go, 1v1, will he be able to defend this one?
He's getting
collapsed. Is available. Yeah, he's going to get thrown into the middle of 5 men. There we go, the chamber is dead. He's going to use the death mark, will he be able to do anything? No.
Yeah, Sidra has Zonia, so he couldn't pop her there. But anyway, great play by Yusui. Maybe a bit late to react. His team didn't do much anyway, because they were kind of low. But as you said, Yusui is doing great job on split pushing. And here we go, Hard maybe got out. He's slowed, but no one's gonna follow up. Yusui is doing a great job at split pushing. He got the bottom lane inhibitor turret, and the inhibitor is now exposed. But Cloud9 needs to do something while Yusui split pushes. They cannot be got out. They should be pushing top or getting some sort of advantage. And right now, Baron is started by Cloud9.
Oh, sneaky play by Cloud9.
No one knows by Dreams.
And with Kalista, you have an additional smite, let's be honest. If she's able to stack some render...
Okay, this Baron is going down, definitely. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Cloud9 saw the whole Dreams team on a Drake. Great call by them. They recognized that they could do that Baron quickly with Kalista, as you said, and that's a free Baron for them. For a turret and a Drake, I would say that's worth.
There we go, Kalista just finished an Infinity Edge, so talking about damage, she's almost at the same foot that Graves is. So if she's able to stack some auto attacks on the enemy team, she'll be able to dish out as much damage as the collateral damage. Oh, beautiful Scrying Orb. Just fighting every single one of them. And Kenny was cosplaying Lee Sin because he didn't move. He was like, oh, no one saw me, I didn't saw anything. So
okay, so right now we might see Baby Zeus being caught up by Solo into Cassidy, and he can chase forever. But can he land the Sonic Wave? No, it doesn't.
But on the bot lane, we do have Pentin out of position while Kalista is going to get thrown into the air. She's going down. Yusui is just going to pop up that passive, and there we go, double kill for him. So at least he got 2 kills out of that, only for 1, so it could be worse. And he still have the Baron.
So here's the bad news for Dreams. They're going against Zed, and they're going against the Cassidy, and they're going against the Kalista. All of them have extremely good late game. They're all hyper carries, they can all basically 1v5 the team fights, and they're all fed. So right now, Dreams has little chance of winning a 5v5 team fight if Cloud9 plays it out well. Here's the good news, however. The Cloud9 team has basically no siege potential whatsoever. They have a Kalista, her range isn't the highest, but it's not one of the lowest, so basically she can out-siege quite well. And they have a Zed and a Cassidy, both of which are really bad at sieging. So Dreams might try to hold out a bit more, since Cloud9 cannot effectively push out turrets, but Cloud9 does have that inhibitor exposed, and they may go for it soon.
So they at least have a Jaina with the Magi, so if she's able to stack some more stacks on Magi, she can help on that wave clear. Since they don't have a lot, they need to put themselves in trouble and to wave clear, unless you're talking about the Graves with the collateral damage. That should help them at least in the wave clear, and Cloud9 are not using this Baron as I thought they would.
I was going to talk about that now, because Cloud9 did have the Baron and they did not do anything with it. But Cloud9 right now is looking for a 1-3-1 split push composition, where they send Zed and Cassidy into the side lanes, and meanwhile the bottom lane in the jungle goes mid lane. We'll see how that works out, and Zed is trying to catch Aatrox, and here we go.
He's hunting on Aatrox, and the death mark is going to follow him up.
Oh no.
Is it enough to pop? Not enough. Oh, but the shuriken!
Right.
Oh my goodness, giving false hopes.
Meanwhile in the middle.
On towards Aatrox. So there we go, the man drop is going to drop into nowhere. The Zephyr is not enough, the Pokemon has been drawn. With that Master Ball, they will survive. It's beautiful, that combo between Kalista and Thresh is beautiful.
Yeah,
no wonder they have a skin.
Yeah, the 3 of them have really good disengage. They have the Kalista ultimate, they have the bots, they have the Dragon's Rage, so they can effectively disengage quite well. Meanwhile, Zed is pushing the inhibitor, and here we go, we might see this inhibitor going down.
The minions are no longer buffed, and Pentin will put himself in front of the inhibitor. The Dark Sphere will clear them all, even though that's not a Dark Sphere, that's a Water Sphere, so okay. Inhibitor is exposed, they're going to try and take this one down, and I don't think Dreams can do anything about this one. The Lantern will bring him to safety, and there we go. And let's talk a little bit about Kalista Ultimate. Tell me you don't see it not only as a Pokeball, but also when your mom is calling for dinner, and you're like, but mom, and she's like, come down! Come down this instant! And you're okay. I don't know, that's the main use for this one. Okay, you can see the Monsoon trying to disengage this. She's going to survive, so no stacks lost right there. The Death Sentence is going to lock him up, and Thresh is going to the middle of the team fight. But look at Graves shooting every single bullet in the chamber. This thing will go down into the hands of Aatrox. This is a double kill for Aatrox. They will try to follow this through, and there we go. 4 men, 5 men. This is an ace for Dreams, and they actually crush some Dreams.
Whoa, that was an impressive turnaround by Dreams. Keith McBride stayed in the backline. He did all the damage that he could. He basically annihilated the front line from C9 because C9 have no real front line. Lee Sin isn't that tanky by nature. He's going for an Aegis first item, so he has no armor, and Keith McBride just destroyed him. Meanwhile, we have Aatrox, ICANN doing some beautiful plays, getting the Zed, annihilating him as well, and that was a great team fight by Dreams. And this might be what they needed to get back into the game. 1 inhibitor down for Cloud9 and 1 inhibitor down for Dreams. But they're both in different lanes. We'll see how teams work around with that.
And this was a beautiful team fight for Janna, since she's staying with 15 stacks on Mejai's.
She's getting really close to the 20 stacks mark, and that's really bad news for Cloud9.
Not only because of the AP, but I really think the worst part for Cloud9 if she reaches the 20 stacks is the cooldown reduction. So we are talking about a lot more Eye of the Storms into the middle of the team fight, and the Brilliant Monsoon. Just let me check how much heal she's going to give. Okay, 250 per second in the middle of the team fight. So that's a lot.
That's a lot. Okay, look at this. Cloud9 is trying to set up a big, and here we go.
The Fnatic push, the Death Sentence is going to bring him up, and Thresh is going to the middle of the team fight. He's going to pull back, and Kalista is going to save him. Lee Sin is not going to be saved. There we go, he's going to kick Kenny, but not enough. They may try to follow this up, and there we go. Pantheon is going to just smash the ground and say, I'm finished.
Okay, and I think Cloud9 pressed the trigger a bit too early there. They did not need to go for the pick right away. They should have waited for someone to face check. They did not do that. They ended up picking a bad fight. They lose another fight. They lose another Drake. That's the second Drake for Dreams. Meanwhile, Cloud9 has 2 as well. So it's even out. But Cloud9 did not need to lose that team fight. They did not need to make the pick that early. They pressed the trigger again a bit too early, and right now we see Easy probably being caught out by Yusui, but she has a Janna behind her.
Yeah, that Janna is going to use the Eye of the Storm or the Monsoon if it's needed, so Zed wouldn't be able to take the kill.
Janna counters Zed pretty well, to be honest.
Janna counters almost anything in terms of engage.
That's true.
Be honest. And another thing, I'm really sad that Kalista didn't build that static shift. Let's be honest, Kalista is probably the champion which can stack that static shift faster, and she's not going for that one, so I'm really sad about that.
Are you going to cry,
Archarom? She's going at least for the Guardian Edge. Yeah, really, Tear of Goddess fully stacked.
Did Imp make you cry? That's it?
Yeah, I was expecting the Korean plays on Kalista, and
Okay, well, the Korean plays were much better than this, so you should not be disappointed. Right now, Yusui is being collapsed on, and he's probably being caught out.
There we go, the Ninja is going to slip and swipe away. Meanwhile, Cassidy is going to be thrown into the air. And that Kenny is getting to a pretty dangerous spot with that Frozen Mallet and Blade of the Ruin King.
I do have to say one thing. That Frozen Mallet choice by ICANN is brilliant. Because if you look at C9's team comp, it's a very mobile comp. We have Kalista, we have Zed, we have Cassidy. All of them are very mobile champions. And Frozen Mallet on Aatrox allows him to get some sticking power, allows them to get near them and stay near them without losing sight. So basically the Frozen Mallet is the perfect item for Aatrox in this game. Smart choice by him. We don't see Frozen Mallets that often, but when we do, it's often a brilliant choice and it works out well. ICANN recognizing that, and here we go, Baron started again by Cloud9.
Turning to the Frozen Mallet before the team fight, or maybe it just saw Frozen and it was
and here we go, the
excited
Mantrop
to be
again.
Elsa. Meanwhile, the man drop is going to stop this Baron. They are going to switch aggression. The Baron is really low, 4000 HP, and Zed is coming from behind him. That is... No,
Baron is
going
still
in. Zhonya's is there. Graves is going to throw the smoke screen.
Baron goes
It
down.
didn't stop the Baron. The Baron is so close to be dead, and there we go. Cloud9 got the Baron.
Whoa, so I don't know why, but Dreams just gave up on Baron. They just had no confidence. They probably miscommunicated there. They hesitated, and they lose the Baron for nothing. They had 4 people there, 4 people from Cloud9 as well. They just basically gave it up for free. And right now Cloud9 has the Baron again. They have the inhibitor on bottom exposed. They might go for it. We'll see. They still have that Zed, really strong, Cassidy as well. And right now Cloud9 is approaching a big power spike. So Dreams, with that free Baron, has to be really, really careful.
Kyuuga, it's all about milliseconds. It's all about milliseconds.
Yeah, true. Talking about a bit about the decision making you were asking me a while ago. The truth is that, oh, we see a heart being cut out.
There's no decision right here, as this is going to be forced to flash away, and Stickaxe may be in trouble. 4 men going in, there we go. Come back, son. Come back to your home, and you're going to survive this one. Meanwhile,
And here we
Cassidy
go.
needs Zed.
Cloud9 with a 1-3-1 strategy. No one is stopping them. Like, in Dreams is going for the mid inhib. Okay, it's exposed, but meanwhile Cloud9 may get 2 inhibitors. Here we go, Zed and Cassidy both hitting on inhibitors already. Inhibitor on mid goes down. We may see a base race, Archarom.
And Zed with that Baron buff will push the inhibitor really fast, so they need to be careful. Dream will focus his turret in, off HP is lost instantly. Talking about that, Kenny will go down really fast as well. Solo will pop up the Seraph's Embrace, and Janna will pop the Monsoon to try to save Graves, who's trying to shoot every single bullet in the chamber. Meanwhile, the turret will go down for Graves, and Lee Sin connects the Sonic Wave. Will they go in? There's non-stop action. Meanwhile, Kenny is going to get dragged by the death sentence. The passive is going to be popped up. Cassidy retries the team fight, and there's so much damage coming out from that one.
Oh no.
While the Nation goes down, and Cassidy... Oh my goodness, squadron kill for Cassidy. This is a pentakill for Cassidy. How in the hell did it deal so much damage? I have no idea, but he got the pentakill, and Zed will kill finally the Nexus. No? Really?
Is towing around.
Anticlimactic.
Oh no, the disrespect, the BM from Yusui as he finishes the game. That was a brilliant, epic base race. Cassidy got the pentakill. Dreams did not do the right decision. They pushed out mid with 5 people. They did not do anything. Brilliant backing by Solo, and Yusui in the end got an Nexus. And oh my god, if that was an epic, I don't know what is.
Damn, son. So, thanks a lot for casting with me, Kyuuga. It was a brilliant match.
My pleasure.
So, guys, this was Solo Kyuucast. If you liked it, just subscribe below and share this video. I don't ask for much. And stay tuned. I'll see you soon.